few things. First of all, peer pressure is a very, very strong influence because it's part of the nature of a person, the Rambam says, to be influenced by their surroundings. And the Rabbi meant it for the good because no one person in this world can ever achieve anything of perfection. It's a group effort. In order for a group effort to be successful, people need to be able to be influenced and influence others. So the Rabbi Shalom put in a tremendous power of influence in this world. He meant it for the good, but in order there should be free choice, there has to be zela umazeh. Any force for the good has to be able to be used equally for the bad. The question doesn't say what peers does her daughter or son hang around with, and are there other options? Right? Maybe the parent has to direct their children towards a different group of friends, or to try to introduce some good friends to counteract the other friends. A parent has to get involved also in who their children are hanging around with or whatever, and many times if it's already reached a point where these are their good friends, and it's very difficult to change a child's friends. But at least you can introduce maybe some other positive friendships that can balance it out. But more than that, we're always influenced by everybody. We live in a world where there's always evil influences. The Meiri says that the evil in this world is like the ocean, and the way to escape it is a boat. Now that's impossible. Boats can't escape the ocean. What he should have said is that the way to escape it is an amphibious craft where you can get out of the ocean. The answer is you can't get out of the ocean. It's everywhere. It's in Mea Shearim, and it's in Bnei Brak, and it's even in Los Angeles. Right? All these negative influences. You can't escape it. The most you can do is not isolate yourself from it, but insulate yourself. That's what a boat does. Keeps out the water. It's on the water. But you have to keep it out in some way. How do you insulate it? So do I have time to say over a medrash?
Yes.
Okay. Because I don't mind if you cut me off, but I do mind if you cut off the chazal. The medrash says, "L'mishbechosehem yotzu min hateva." When they left the teva, they left by family. Mikan sheyotzu mibeis hakneses mishpachos. From here we learn that when you leave the shul, you should leave by family. It's a play on words, because teva, in the lashon of the Mishnah, was the Aron Kodesh. The Aron Kodesh was called the teva. So, Mishbechoseim yotzu min hateva. When you leave the Aron Kodesh, leave by family. Very cute. In English, we preserve that. We call Noah's Ark and the Holy Ark. So when you leave the Ark, you should leave by family. What does it really mean? This world, we are surrounded by flood waters that would want to destroy us. And that's the evil in the world, and there's plenty of it, and it's all everywhere. So we need a teva. We need something to insulate ourselves. What are the tevos? Shuls, yeshivas, seminaries, kehilos. They are the insulation where you live in a makom Torah, and that is where you are kavua, and everything else in the surrounding you're insulated from. You can leave that teva to go to work and to be involved, but your place of kaviyas is that kehila, that yeshiva, that shul. But you can't stay there your whole life. You can't stay in a shul your whole life. You can't stay in a yeshiva or a seminary. So how do you leave those tevos and still remain insulated? That's what it says. If you create a family that has the same values and standards as that yeshiva, as that seminary, as that kehila, then your home becomes a lifeboat. And you can leave the mothership and still be insulated. So yeah, there's plenty of peer pressure. But if you make your home a place where there's peer pressure from within, and a child understands what their values are and what their standards are, and they have parents that stand firm to those values or whatever, then that also pressure. And that pressure can help the child be more insulated than perhaps friends from the outside or whatever, or at least it can balance it out.